Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well wherever it is that you may be around the world. But before we move forward, make sure that you smash that like button, subscribe to GNA TV, and you know what time it is, that Prem show. But let's cue the intro. Yes, people, welcome back. Sorry, I just got to do something quickly to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is you may be around the world. Nice to see you all in the chat early. We've got over 15 of you here. Big up to you all. Prem Show is back. We're here to review the Premier League games over the weekend. We're also at the end of the stream going to talk about our preferred game to do a combined 11 as well. But yeah, man. I'm joined by Ram as always. Ram, what is happening, my guy?
Yeah, not much is happening, man. We've got a semi-final to look forward to tonight. Hopefully we beat up Arsenal because some of their fans are something. They're something. That's all I have to say.
I want yous anyway. I've said this, didn't I? I want Arsenal in the not Liverpool in the final. I said it to Mo on the space just now as well, and he's like, I remember this, and I was like, yeah, I want yous. Bring it. Bring it.
It don't make no sense. Don't make no sense.
That's to me. For me personally, I think we're better off playing against you guys than we are against Arsenal. And that's only just because Arsenal at the moment seem to have a bit of a thing with us at the moment where they just get a little bit of like luck and beat us. And I just can't boil for that. With you guys, I kind of know how you're going to play. I kind of know what we're going to do against you. And I know Klopp's going to be naive. He's going to play that high line. We're going to play guys that are going to move, and then we're going to target that space, and then they're going to take the win in the final against you, man. So bring it.
I'm already getting a little bit of hate right now from the comments. I can just see Rams, the Chelsea. Look. It's not my fault. Your team drew, and I give you criticism. If you don't like it, then that's your problem. Win some games, and I'll give you some credit. I've been literally, Jem. I've been predicting for the last couple of weeks, Chelsea win, because I expect you guys to win. Chelsea win. The only time I didn't predict a win was against us and City. And
no, man, I'll blame you, mate. This is all your fault that we're not
winning. It's not my fault. Anyway. Just win a game, man. Just win a game. It's not that hard. Come on. It's not that hard.
Big up to Gav, man. As always, big up to Matty Cases. Let's go. Nick, big up to you as well. Big up to Big Ron in the house. Undertaker CFC, nice to see you. JJ Bridges with us as well. Big up Jim was in the space too. Yeah, there was 415 people in the Twitter space that I was hosting, and we had a really good discussion. Monster was in there, Kai, Winter Surfer, Con, big names. It was a good chat. We was talking about Dembele, funny enough, Rams to Chelsea, which is I still think Newcastle are going to get. I just got this feeling Newcastle are going to pay his wages, and don't get wrong, 15 million euros is nothing. So I don't think it's the fee, but his wages are going to be something stupid. But I'm not too sold on the whole Dembele thing personally. But I spoke to a Barca fan that came in the space, and he was like, he's in really good form at the moment. Like, he was explaining that his directiveness, his creativity is on point at the moment. He's not a scorer though. He's not scoring enough goals, but he's creating. Something we don't actually have at the moment from our forward line. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Dembele. Marshall, big up to you, my guy, as always. Big up to Chelsea Life. Sosa, Liverpool cheats is what he's saying there. Declared, big up to you as well. Hope you get less abuse today, Rams, is what he's saying. Tommy says, Ram, you plastic fan chatty. So much stuff that you are a plastic fan.
How am I plastic? I tell you, this is because I support Liverpool when they were good, wasn't it? I supported Liverpool when they were bad as well.
No, you supported Liverpool when they won something, but just couldn't continue it.
In
that dominance?
In 04.
Well, you just couldn't continue dominance, could you? You know what I mean? Look at Man City, for example. Man City are on their route to winning back-to-backs. Have Liverpool won a back-to-back? No, that's what I'm saying. Good night. Anyway, Couch Critic, big up to you. Big up to Matty K, who said that. Strip Bear with the super sticker donation. Thank you for that as well. Appreciate you. Nice to see you in the chat. Gem question, Ram, are you coming down Islington for the game?
No. I'm a little bit I'm sort of how do you say it? Grounded at home because when I had COVID, my parents were like, you're not going out anymore. I don't want you to get COVID anymore. No, you're not getting COVID again. So
Well, they're talking about dropping all of the rules now, aren't they? And on the 26th onwards, I was reading, obviously, they're going to just stop masks, stop tests going into large events. And then there's talks about on March the 24th that the voluntary, not the voluntary law, the law that they made up for the 2 years, basically just saying that people, that's going to change as well. So
it's just also my dad, when my dad had it, he struggled a lot, and I don't want him to go through that again. So I just don't want to go out as much.
Yeah, I agree, Angel. He does come out with Matty Cash nonsense, and Matty Cash has dropped fingers recently, but it is what it is. We move.
No, not against United. United, he was good. He was good against United. So I give him that. I give him that.
Right, let's tackle it. Yeah, match 23 of 38. Starting with tomorrow. The last game actually is Chelsea, which is perfect. I think out of all these games, I think we can both admit that Chelsea and Tottenham's
Tottenham.
Yeah, Chelsea. I mean, Man United, West Ham's a good shout, but Chelsea and Tottenham wins it by far. We start with Watford versus Norwich, a pretty boring game. You look at the win probability margin. Watford are at 46 to their 27% with a 27% draw. They're both fighting it at the bottom. Point difference between the two. They both have the sort of same run in terms of games lost, but one's 1-1 and the other one's drew 1. Minus 35 goal difference for Norwich. Wow. Minus 14 goal difference for Watford. I predicted Watford and Norwich to be the two out of the three that would go down. I also predicted Brighton, but that ain't happening. So might get two right. But in terms of this game, Ram, Watford are at home. Is this just going to be a stalemate, or do you think Watford will beat Norwich?
I think Watford will beat Norwich. Do they have him? I need to have a look at. Can you look at Watford's previous lineup? Because I need to make sure if it's decent, then they have a decent chance. I'm just going to
Watford's previous lineup. So the last game they played was at Newcastle, and in terms of the lineup, it was like that.
Okay, I take that back. I take that back. It'd be a draw. I thought they had Emmanuel Dennis and Ismail Assar still, because they didn't go AFCON for some reason this season. So this term, so I thought they'll get a win. I have to change my opinion on that. I think it's going to be a draw because Norwich are in a decent run of, not decent, but like they got a win against Everton, so that'll give them a little bit of confidence. So I'll go for a draw.
I'm going to go with a draw as well. I'm going to go with an easy 1-1 for this game. Not much really to talk about. I think they're both going to get relegated still, in my opinion, personally. Some people think
Billy Gilmore relegated. What a shot.
Well, no, Billy Gilmore will be back at Chelsea, won't he? So
he got relegated. He still got relegated.
Well, he was partially injured for part of the season, and he was playing with a bunch of flops. You could put Mo Salah in that team, he wouldn't do shit. So
he still got relegated.
Yeah, but if Mo Salah was in that team, like he is in the Egypt team, doing fuck all, then
what do you mean doing fuck all? He's contributing at least.
Exactly.
They're in the round of 16.
Mo Salah is only good because Klopp makes him good. Anyway, we move.
So Klopp is one of the best managers of all time, then.
Well, Klopp needs Salah, and Salah needs Klopp. That's the way I see it with him too.
Klopp needs Salah.
Liverpool works. Yes. Mate. I think so. Without Salah, you ain't scoring half the goals without him. You'd be 10th. You'd be 12th without Mo Salah.
Even though we put 3 past Brentford.
Yeah. Brentford, exactly. Brentford, who are in dire form. Absolute dog shit. Come on. You know yourself. 2-1 Watford. 2-1 Norwich. How Pedro's looking good at Watford is what Angel's saying. 3-1. This is what Neo's saying. 3-1 is what we got Watford for Nick and 1-1. Okay, fair enough, guys. Let's move on from this game. We're going to move on to an interesting game because Everton have sacked Rafa Benitez, might get a player bounce from that, but they're up against an Aston Villa team who brought in some good players. Coutinho, Digne. This talks about Suarez potentially coming as well. He seems quite interested. They have got a better win probability margin than Everton, 36% to their 35. It's closer than I thought, to be honest. I thought Aston Villa would be a lot more in terms of favourites. But looking at their form, maybe that's why. They've drawn 3-1, lost 1, 23 points. Everton are 16th. On 19 points, and they've lost 3, drawn 1, and won 1. The Rafa Benitez sacking surprised you, Ram, or did you expect it? Because for me, I thought they would do it in the summer. The fact that they've done it now tells me, I mean, the last straw was that game, the last game he played in it, losing to Norwich. That's just embarrassing, really, but because they're shit. But I mean, in this game, do you think there might be a bit of a bounce back from Everton in terms of players now?
Just on the Rafa Benitez sacking. They must have saw the emails that he kept on getting from Liverpool saying how much of a good job he's doing. You know what I'm saying? big up Agent Benitez doing his thing, making sure the scum stay a scum. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Everton's got a good team. They're definitely underperforming the way they're playing, and the caliber of players that they've got. But I think Villa will still win. Gerrard's back at Liverpool, not Liverpool. They are in Liverpool. They're back at Merseyside against Everton, and he does like to stick it to them. So I'll go for 2-1. No, 2-0. Aston Villa win. Get a clean sheet as well.
Got 2-1 Aston Villa from Nick Saunders. We've got 2-1 from Strip Bear as well. 1-0 Everton is what Undertaker CFC saying. It's a weird one for me because they have sacked their manager, and I have seen in the past, obviously, player bounces from managers getting sacked. At the same time, if you look at Aston Villa, for example, they are, for me, going to be a very good team. If you look at the players they bought in, Coutinho, I think Gerrard is the right man to get the best out of him. It's going to be interesting. I think in this game, it's going to be tight. You know, I expect Aston Villa.
Digne's going back. I just clocked. Digne will be going back to Everton, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Did they buy him or they loaned him? They bought him.
I swear they bought him.
They bought him.
Yeah.
He'll be going back. Oh, right. You're saying going back to Everton playing.
Yeah, he's going straight back.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a narrative there.
Yeah. So, interesting stuff. I mean, it could easily be one of them games where it's a scrap and Everton just nick it at the end, and it's like, revitalizes their season. But at the same time, I could see Aston Villa putting 2 past them comfortably and just like burying them because of the quality that they do have at the moment and at their disposal. So I think I'm going to go with a Villa win. Even though Rafa Benitez is lost, I'm going to go with a 2-0 Villa win on this one. And I think you'll probably see, I think Coutinho is going to score again. You know that? I've just got this weird feeling he's going to nick another one. And then
if he scores again, he'll have the same amount of goal contributions as Kai Havertz this season.
Oh, shut up, Ram. Fuck's sake.
I'm just saying.
Why do you do this?
I'm just saying.
I don't. You don't have to say, do you?
Okay, fine. He'll have.
You could compare that to many players.
He'll have double the amount of goals as that flop Jadon Scamcho.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes it that one I can understand more. So I wish Chelsea had a left wing back. Not this. The struggle is real with Alonso. I know we're going to be talking Chelsea. Tottenham. It's the last game, so we will be obviously talking about that here. We're going to be doing a combined 11 as well, people. So make sure that you stay tuned and get involved in that as well. Smash the like buttons is what Bex is saying. Big up to Bex in the house. ECE Clips says Ads is back on YouTube. Ads will be back, and he will be doing his own YouTube channel, not on football though. It's going to be based on a little bit different, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Get Kia in Kia Kai. You're talking about. Big up chaps. Rams Arsenal going to smash you. Liverpool 4-0 is what Nick Blue is saying as well. But let's move on.
You hope that they do that. Not they will. You hope.
Brentford versus Wolves. Obviously, Wolves, Brentford, 31% win probability to death. Wolves is 38%. Wolves are sitting in some decent form. 3 wins out of the last 5 games with 1 draw and 1 loss, 31 points. In 8th, fighting for a European position, chasing Man United down as well. We've got a game in hand on them. And Brentford still in sticky form at the moment. 4 losses, only 1 win, 23 points in 14th as well. Slowly starting to creep down when you think about how well they started the season. Ram, is Wolves just got too much for them, or is this going to be one of them boring games, 0-0? What do you think?
Brentford are good at home. They're very good when they're at home. Like the result yesterday against United, I mean, the second half, they were pretty poor. First half, they were very good. A little bit unlucky not to get a goal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think they'll do something in this game. I think they'll get a win. Brentford will win 1-0. Against Wolves.
Fair enough. Just to answer that question, do I want Lukaku to stay? I don't think we've got much choice at the moment. We have to back him at the end of the day. He's at our football club. Oh, I hope Dylan is that he can start slowly starting to find that form. You know, he can start fitting in the system. He can start connecting with the forwards as well. And I think the only way we do that is by using the players that potentially has best chemistry with. I think Havertz and Mount would be a good shout to play with him. I do think that Havertz and Mount should be playing most of our games based on what I've seen in terms of chemistry so far. And for me, they're the only ones that do have the chemistry. But we'll talk a lot more Chelsea a bit later on in the stream, guys. Trust me. So just make sure you smash the like button, guys. Let's get up to 50 likes. We are, I think, about 2 away from 4K subscribers. The big 4K mark is close. And yeah, guys, if you ain't subscribed, please do so. Help us get over 4K today. It would be massive for the channel on our road to 5K. But big up to everyone as well. For me, in this game, I think Wolves will beat Brentford. I just think Wolves have too much at their disposal. I don't think it will be like a blowout. I think it will be a 1-0. And I've got a feeling that Raul Jimenez will get the goal potentially for Wolves if he's playing. If he's not playing, I can see it being someone like a Trincao or someone like that, or do you know, just one of the wingers getting in the goals as well. If not, we'll go with a Neves free kick. Why not? Come on, I ain't seen one of them in a while. One of them bendy free kicks. 1-0 is what Andre's saying. 2-1 to Wolves is what Stripper's saying. 2-0 Undertaker CFC. Jim, your forwards are so bad you have to back Lukaku. Yeah, please.
You got. Don't worry, you got Werner, innit?
Got Werner, mate. I like Werner anyway. People hate him. I don't.
And don't forget, you got the best centre back to ever grace the game in Andreas Christensen, innit? According to Lewis.
He's absolutely. I mean, Thiago Silva. Yeah, we can talk about that one. But I don't know.
I mean, according to Lewis, he's like the Maldini of centre backs.
You saw the debate. I'm assuming he literally deflates every little point that you have against the guy, so it's not worth even talking about on this one. But Leeds versus Newcastle was the next game. Leeds are at home. A great win against West Ham not long ago as well. 49% to Newcastle's 26% win probability. 15th in the league, 22 points. They've they've lost 3 and won 2. Minus 15 goal difference against the Newcastle team, who, even though have got rid of their manager, Ram, and are trying to strengthen their team slightly in January, are still in a bad run of form. 3 losses, 2 draws, 12 points. What's your thoughts on this one? Because I know it's easy just to say Leeds, but I mean, Newcastle, are they actually in real threat of going down here? Because even though the January sort of window's here, I don't see them doing much business at the moment.
They are in threat of going down. Would I want them to go down? Absolutely. I know for a fact Newcastle, with that money that they have and what they can do, I want them away from the Premier League for a little bit, because sooner or later it will just give other teams more time for us to strengthen and sort of nullify them in a sense. I don't want Newcastle to be in the Prem. I want them out. I want them to be in the Championship for another season, a season longer, for their process to come to fruition.
Surely they can't buy these high-profile players playing in the Championship with all the money in the world that they got. What are they going to do?
I don't know. They have to sort themselves out. I don't know. I'm not. I think I want them to go down. I'm going for a Leeds win, and plus they're in good form. Leeds are in good form. Harris. I think Jack Harrison's back, which is a bonus for them. And you saw what happened against West Ham. He was absolutely balling out. And yeah, I think it's going to be a Leeds win at Ellen Road.
There you go. Andreas Christian Scheidt is what CFC Matty says. He joined me on that stream as well. It was a good little one.
Look, Lewis should be here. Where is Lewis? All you people in the comments, call Lewis and say that they're disrespecting your boy. Ram is disrespecting your boy. Just say that. Say that.
Ram's disrespecting your boy on GNA TV. JJ Bridge, thank you for the donations. Just big up, Jim. Keep up the good work. Up the Chelsea. Big up to you, my guy, as well. Nice to see you in the chat as always. 3-1 dirty Leeds is what Undertaker CFC says as well. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, I agree, Strip Bear. Thank you very much for doing that. AC can't touch Mr. Hustler Tony Rudy. I agree.
The thug.
You just say fuck because you know he's great. So yeah, Leeds are starting to come into the form. They'll win this 3-1. Rafinha is key man for Leeds. I want Rafinha. I think it's top. Big up to Strip Bear. Christensen is disrespecting us. Pedro saying, yeah, look, I think in this game, I'm going with Leeds. I'm going to go with a 3-1 Leeds as well. I just think that they will score goals. I don't think Newcastle can defend well enough. However, I do think they will get a goal because we know Leeds like to commit and there's always space for oppositions to potentially hurt them. So for me, it will be an interesting one. Ram wants Newcastle to go down because he knows Newcastle are going to take Liverpool's top 4 spot.
That's a stupid comment. That is one of the most stupidest comments I've ever heard, because firstly, we're above you. So we're second. So no one's going to take our top 4 spot. Someone's always is going to take United's top 4 spot. Then it's going to be your top 4 spot because we're above you. behave yourself, Nick. Behave yourself. And use
No,
logic
but
as well.
Chelsea, we'll just keep buying and winning, and use lot will not buy, and just Salah will leave eventually because he won't pay his wage, and then you'll just become that Liverpool team that used to finish 5th, 6th, 7th every season again. That's what's going to happen.
That's good, mate. That's good.
3-0 Newcastle. Get Classic on for real football analysis, please. Now,
no, I don't want that guy. He just talks about how Lukaku shit, man.
Oh, you're a City fan, Nick. Nick, we'll be getting to City soon. Actually, be interested to know your thoughts on your team.
This guy's a City fan. Jesus Christ Almighty! Your club was irrelevant pre-2009. Don't come out.
Gem at Rams fought on the new loan rule coming out, allowing only 6 loans per season, not including players under 21. Of course.
I swear to God. I'm all for Paranoia FC, but I think the PR are out to get you, man. And they know what you're doing. They know what you're doing, and they're like, "Nah, you can't do that." Look, Chelsea fans, the PR.
I told you, everyone comes after Chelsea. It's facts.
I'm telling you,
we are.
I call you lot Paranoia FC. This one has a little bit of substance to it because we loan out about 6 players, but then again, there's about 7 or 8 players, but that's most of them are academy players, so people under 16 or maybe 16.
I told you that the whole Premier League, the whole regulators, everything, they're all against our football club, man. I'm telling you, we always get this shit. Always get shit. I like having big clubs in history and good passionate fans in Prem. Hope teams stay up. Don't mind if Watford plus Burnley go down. Ditto Norwich, but we know they'll come back, is what Dexter says as well. Fair enough.
Man.
Let's move from this game and we move on to a very interesting game, a game that I would like to watch actually. But why is it on at 3:00 on a Saturday? Stupid. Man United versus West Ham. 51% winning probability for Man United against West Ham's 25% with a 24% draw. West Ham are above Man United by 2 points, but Man United do have the game in and they could literally jump West Ham if they beat them. Big game for them. 2 losses and 3 wins, 37 points against the Man United team who are just up and down. Win, loss, win, draw, win, draw, win, loss, draw is what they've had in the last 5. What do you think about this, Ram? Because when I watch Man United, and even with Lindelof around at the back and Fred and Ronaldo and Bruno and whatever else, I still just don't see anything from them. And when they play against better quality teams and they're not on par, or their individual players ain't getting them through these stints, then I just see teams being able to hurt them. And I think West Ham are one of them teams that are very organised. They understand their roles and have a striker in Antonio who will bag a goal when he needs to. So what's your thoughts?
So you're basically saying that there's nothing's changed since Ollie left?
I think they're worse.
They've gone worse. Okay. Just to make sure. But look, everyone knows I have a lot of respect for Ralph Rangnick. I think he's a very good footballing mind. But he ain't a manager. Like there's when you have philosophers and then those who act upon that philosophy to be brilliant managers. He's just a guy that helps people out. He's not a manager. I really don't think he's cut out for the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, United, City.
And this guy was meant to have been the master of Tuchel and Klopp, Ram, they say,
Well, firstly, that's not true because I know for a fact I don't think he's a master of Tuchel, but I think he's definitely not a master of Klopp because Klopp, he didn't get Klopp into management. Like Klopp got into management because of what's his name, Wolfgang Frank. I've got a video of it as well. I've actually got a video of Klopp actually saying this, but that's by to buy. I'll probably sort that out later. But I know for a fact, he created the whole gegenpress thing. When I did my research when I studied, I took other people's ideas and made an assumption of my own. That's what Klopp and Tuchel's done. They've taken the gegenpressing model and they perfected it to their own style.
Oh, yeah.
So they've taken the idea, but they've made it into their own sort of thing.
Yeah, they've made it their own, is what they've done, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give him credit. He came up with gegenpress and all that. But the elite managers take it and make it work within their style. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because Klopp, when he first started, didn't use the gegenpressing model. He didn't use the 4-2-2-2-2 or the 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. It was it was a literal a natural 4-4-2, which Wolfgang Frank used to implement. That's how he managed. It's only when he was at Borussia Dortmund, he was like, this gegenpressing model. I take it, make it my own, put it in within my own my own thinkings, and then I'll make it my own. So yeah, we have to be thankful about him creating gegenpressing, but he didn't make it viable for elite level clubs. The likes of Thomas Tuchel and Jurgen Klopp have. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying.
I hear that. In terms of this game, what's your thoughts?
West Ham are away. But Man United are crap at home as well.
Yeah.
Screw it. West Ham win. Why not? West Ham win.
Go for a West Ham win. There we go. What, 1-0, 2-0? What are we saying? What are you saying up the Hammers?
1-0. 1-0.
1-0. All right. Listen, guys, we're two subscribers away from 4K. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like. Let's try and get it up to 50 likes as well. Just going through some of these comments here. We've got a 2-2 from Pedro. Bex is saying West Ham to do the business 2-1.
Do the business, man.
Leslie says 3-3 is what we've got here. 1-1 draw from Matthew. Man United will coast this 3-0 is what Alpha's saying. 5-5 is what the perspirated eardrum is saying. Strip Bear saying harder hat trick last night for the late. Yeah, they did. I see. I read it. I think it's watched the game though. She was Strip Bear meant to do a watch along yesterday, but she couldn't get out of work. She's doing a watch along on Sunday for the ladies. I think it was Sunday. The next game that the women's play, Shah's doing. So make sure that you watch out for that one. 2-2 draw, Undertaker CFC. Fred the Enigma is what Big Ron is saying. He was a big Manchester United fan. 2-2, Nick Saunders. Zuma header 1-0 is what we've got here. Fergie Son says, smash the likes. It's free. Please do that, guys. Big up to Fergie Son as well in the house. Jeremy, you are hoping West Ham beat us. We'll wipe West Ham 3-1. That's coming from Jeremy, who's a Manchester United fan. Big up to you, my guy. United only lost one game since Ralph came in. Performances ain't been great, but can't complain too much. I hear that. I think it is more of the performance thing for me. When I watch these play, I thought you've been quite lucky in some games. I always think back to the Wolves game where, I thought they were pretty lucky to get away with that one. Even the Villa game, the recent Villa game where they drew, did they? Or did they lose Villa at Old Trafford?
They drew. They drew.
No,
they won. They won 1-0. But then again, Villa had like 7 opportunities to score and they didn't. It's
my point. That's what I'm saying. They're riding their luck, man. United's downfall is mad to witness, from guaranteed top 4 team to a joke team. As a CFC fan, the best result for us is if United and Hammers draw. That's true as well. United fixtures are. That's true, actually. I didn't think about us because we're going to be dragged into this bullshit, unfortunately. I don't remember Ragnick playing 3 at the back in his career. About master of 2 calls, what Pedro's saying.
Exactly, man. Actually, Tuchel did play 4-2-3-1 when he was at
my club team were compressed in 1997. Ram, when did you do it? Is it plagiarism?
Oh, so when I was studying, when I did it, he's basically saying when I did it, I plagiarized. No, I didn't plagiarize. I just used it. I used different ideas, and I said, okay, this seems viable, but this is the overall opinion. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. 4-0 West Ham. Jem, download an app called Potato Stream. You can get all 3 PM games on it. Thank you.
Undertaker, don't put it out to the public, bro. Just keep it within house, man. Keep it within house.
Hey, Ram, stop drawing out Raf, bro. You man can't beat Brentford, is what Jeremy.
We beat them 3-0. So what are you gonna say now? With Minamino scoring as well.
My girl made her daybed yesterday. Is what Redneck is saying as well. Nice, brother. Nice.
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
When De Gea is constantly best. Honestly, David De Gea, and we don't talk about him enough. For me, he is part of the reason why Man United are where they are. Like, he's that good.
Literally, facts. And people can't say this because I said this as well. When your goalkeeper is man of the match, there's something wrong with your team.
Yeah, facts.
Because I said it last season when Alisson was saving us in like January against United and people like that.
Yeah.
He was saving our arse, and they said there's something wrong with this team.
My head says a draw with this game, but I'm just gonna I'm just gonna say it as well. I think West Ham are gonna win 2-1. I'm just gonna go West Ham. I think a draw, if I was being honestly, but no, I'm gonna go with a West Ham 2-1 win. United are lucky they didn't play Brentford away at the start
Oh,
of the season.
Redneck said debut. He
My
means
girl made
debut,
a debut yesterday.
like
Oh,
a soccer
nice,
game.
man.
Oh,
Big
okay,
up to
okay,
Redneck
okay.
as well. Debut for who though, Redneck? Tell us. Who's made a debut for? Tell us in the chat. Over 90 of you guys in here, smash the like button, guys. If you're new, subscribe. We're only 2 away from hitting that 4K subscribers level, which is massive for the
Wait.
channel as well.
I
Ram,
got a question for Redneck though. If she does go pro, who does she play for? America
Chelsea, obviously.
or Russia?
America or Russia? That's true. Actually, good question.
That's a question.
It would be
I'll
a
leave it to
great
you, mate.
ice hockey goalkeeper as well. Let's move on from this game, though, guys. We move away from the Man United West Ham game, and we now jump on to Southampton versus Man City. Nick, if you're watching, your team are on fire. Is it 13 wins in a row now? They're 56 points, 13 wins. Got a game in hand on Chelsea. Liverpool got a couple game at one game in hand on them.
One game, yeah.
41 goal difference, man. You know, it's mad. You know, goals for 54s, goals against only 13. You know, we were close to that at one point, and now we're at the same as you guys. It's fucking ridiculous. They're on fire, and they're up against the Southampton team at home, who are up and down in their form. Have a good game, drop. Have a good game, drop. 24 points. Is anyone going to actually stop this Man City team? Is there anyone? Are they going to go through bad form, Ram? Like, what's going on?
Hoping. That's what we're hoping, man. Because they got a really tough period in March. I think it was against Tottenham, the Scum, which is a guaranteed 3-0 win to them, and United. Yeah. And look, I said stuff about United, but for some reason, United always have this thing with City. They always turn up, always get a result, a good result, like a really good result. They get wins. So I'm holding on to 5% logic. I'm gonna call it that for now. You know. I keep on telling KJ in the group chat, 5%, getting the top 4. 5% logic. Liverpool or Chelsea can still catch up with City. I'm still holding on to it. 5%, and I'm gonna continue with this. This is gonna be hopeful thinking. I'm gonna go for a draw. Southampton draw. Wreck-It Ralph, the true Wreck-It Ralph, will come in and do a job. Or 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw is what we're hearing there. I think they're going to absolutely blow Southampton away. I think it's going to be like a 3-4-0. I agree with Nick. Nick's a Man City fan. He's saying 3-0. 3-0 City is what Pedro. Isn't mad that they're the only team in the league where every blimmin' match day week, just go 3-0, 4-0, 2-0, 4-0. It's like no one can see where City are going to drop points, and that's, you know, you've got to take your hats off to Pep. You can argue that in a way, Ram, when you look at Liverpool and Chelsea and the games that we've played, more games than them, to be fair, in terms of like when Chelsea played them, apparently their first team didn't kick a ball for like 10 days. Because I know they played Swindon, but they played their second team. Like these guys are having big rests. They didn't play the other day when Chelsea played against Brighton. They didn't. Where were they? They didn't play. You know, like I don't get it. But and you guys are playing Brentford as well. So I don't know. I just think they've been lucky with COVID. I think they've looked after players well with rotation, and you know they are where they are. Because, yeah, something's fishy, but they are where they are because they haven't had to suffer. And have managed to keep all their players. So
I guarantee you, they must have like an incubation chamber somewhere in their thing, just to keep people that have COVID in there.
I think they need to check their veins. Maybe they're pumping them with something, to just like keep them from like getting injured and shit.
Yeah, exactly, man. They're doing something.
You know what frustrated me with that City game? We don't want to talk about it too much, but when we played them, right? I was watching the game and I was like,
you could have won. You could have done something.
I'm not even joking. They're not even that good.
They're not invincible.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They don't scare me whatsoever, Man City, when I look at their team, man. I just hated it because I knew if we played the right goddamn team, we would have hurt that City team.
I honestly think Conte can do something against them. I think he can. Yeah, especially with the players that they have, like Son, Bergwijn, who's in good. Bergwijn's in very good form. He's gone under the radar. He's in very, very good form. Harry Kane, Lucas Moura, those players can do damage against them. You know what I mean? So They're not invincible. I've been saying this ever since Arsenal. Arsenal, I'm going to give Arsenal some credit here. They're giving me hope. Arsenal have given me hope that Man City are no longer invincible. So I still think something can happen. 5% logic is still there. Up in the air. 5% logic. You know what I'm saying? Big up the 5% logic.
Like I said, I just don't think they're invincible, and I do think that they're beatable. I just think that they're the one thing I would take my hats off to them is they are consistent in their performances. They get the job done, and you can only take your hats off to them. But guys, we are still only 2 subscribers away from 4K. Please just try and make that 4K. If you're new here and you ain't subscribed, hit that subscribe button now. Let's get it over to 4K, please. Hit the like button as well. Matty K saying Southampton 2-1. Walcrouse won the free kick. Josh says 5-0. Doesn't say who to, though. I'm guessing who. Southampton can sometimes get an unlikely win against a big team. You never know. James Ward-Prowse, knuckleball, free kick. That's what I'm hearing here. The real wreck, if it, Ralph A. Ram, you are on form today, bro, is what Jeremy's saying. 1-1 or 3-0 City. They look tired against Arsenal and Brentford and still manage a 2-0 win. That's true. I agree with that. They have the Sheik Vaseline booster over the 100%, is what Pedro's saying. City wins because they just don't really have bad days. They don't go below an okay day, and that's enough. That's true as well. Yeah, don't forget the Discord channel as well. We've got a Discord group. If you want to click that link and come straight into the GNA TV community page, do that. Just download Discord, and then straight away it will take you directly to us, where you can find everyone that's in there, including me, over there talking football on a daily basis. If you want to tune as well, getting involved in that, do it. I'm going with 3-0 City. I'm going to move from this game. 4 games left. Chelsea and Tottenham, our last game. We're going to be doing a preferred combined 11 for them as well. We're up next for Rams, Liverpool against Palace away. Obviously sitting second with that game in hand against Man City. 2 wins out of 5, Ram. 2 draws and 1 loss, 45 points. Up against a Palace team who I like, actually. I'm not going to lie. I think they were actually pretty decent. 2 draws, 2 losses, 1 win, 24 points. Do you worry about this Ability FC Palace team that have a very good forwards? Or do you think because you ain't still got Mo Salah, have you? Or Mane? They're both out, aren't they? If I'm right in saying.
Yeah, they're still at AFCON because they're both nations going through respectively.
So do you feel that Palace could give you a problem in this game, like based on the players that they've got? No Zaha.
Yeah, definitely they can. The main thing that we have to do is keep a clean sheet. If we keep a clean sheet, then we have a chance of winning this game. If we don't, then it's going to be very, very tight. We're in a very, very difficult. The only way I can see us winning is by keeping a clean sheet, which we are capable of doing, no doubt. In my opinion, I think Konate needs to start in this game, especially with someone like a Benteke. Physicality against physicality, it'll be decent. It'll be good for us against him. And whether Jota, Firmino, and whoever's playing on the right, maybe Minamino's playing, does the job for us. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win to Liverpool. Just 1-0 or either 2-0, like a goal off a counter attack or something. Yeah, I go for 2-0. The first goal is a set piece goal, and then the second goal is like a last minute counter attack goal. That's it. It's not going to be convincing at all.
Yeah, I hear that. I think there could be an upset. I do think if Liverpool, who will get chances, don't pull it away. Thank you everyone for getting us over that to the 4K mark. Big up everyone in the chat on that one. Big milestone for the channel. It's took us just over a year to do that, and I'm really privileged for that as well. So thank you for getting us to 4K. Next road is the 5K mark, halfway to the 10 next game. But in terms of this, I just think if Liverpool don't take their chances, and I'm not saying like you haven't got the players to do that, but in terms of Jota, like he's the only one really for me that I see that will, if you create enough for him, can do the damage. But it's if they create enough for him. And I don't know. I mean, your midfield, they can contribute here and there on their day. I don't think Minamino's great. He has his off days as well. I don't know, man. I just find it. I just find it a bit of a weird game. It could easily be a 2-0 Liverpool. Don't get me wrong, you could walk away and
Yeah.
win. It wouldn't surprise me. But at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if Palace went on and scored 1 or 2 goals against you and one to start with, and then later in the game when you're chasing it, get another one, and it just be done. Like that's the kind of game I think it could be. So because I'm petty and it's Liverpool, I'm gonna I'm gonna go with a draw. Even after all I think I said, I'm going to go with a draw. I'm going to go with like a 1-1 draw is what I'm going for this game on this one. But I do expect you to still win. 2-1 Palace with the late goal. 2-1. 2-all. Gallagher's playing as well.
Why am I not surprised? All these Chelsea fans saying is 2-1, 2-2.
2-1 Palace. 1-0 Palace. Agent Conor Gallagher with the goal. It's all Gallagher. Look, Gallagher will smash yous. Didn't get your hopes up too much, Gallagher. Chelsea fans, there's a real chance he could be sold in the summer along with Brozier. Yep, this is true. We're talking about this on the space.
You could easily get 30 mems from him and you could easily accept it. Honestly,
but it's just a shame when you look at the shit we've got in our team and they could be bit with us. Do you know what I mean? At a later stage, that's why I wouldn't, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Big up to Couch Critic. Big up to Big Ron as well. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Gavman. Big up to Jeremy as well. Thank you for that as well. Josh, thank you. Big up everyone, man. Big up to Bex as well. Big support with the channel. Big up to you. 2-1 Liverpool. That's what Nathan's saying. 3-0 Palace. Ram tax. Is what Josh is saying. I love that.
How is it my tax? I don't get it. I didn't say that we'll comfortably win. I said it will be 2-0, but it's one of those 2-0s where it's just going to be so tight. Look, a set piece goal and a last minute counter attack. There's no tax in that. I'm not confident at all.
We got Arsenal versus Burnley as our next game, and Arsenal have got a 69% win probability margin against a Burnley team who are absolutely being shocking this season.
It's an easy result.
Yeah, I know. I mean, look,
battering.
They've got a couple of games in hand though. You know, only on play 20 games. They've got 3 games on Chelsea as well. 1-4, only lost 1, 35 points.
Wait. If they win all their games in hand,
they go above us. Yes.
No, that's not true. That can't be true.
It is true. Yeah, it's true. By a point. But they're not going to win all their games. They're not going to win all their games.
That can't be true. They'll be on 44, like you.
37, 38, 39, 44, 23, 44. Yeah, true. They'll be on the same points as us. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But Spurs, on the other hand, they've only played 19 games. They could literally just go above us if they go on a winning streak under Conte. It could be.
But then they're playing City within that, so they might not win all their games in hand.
Yeah, exactly. So, and they've got Chelsea on the weekend, who we're going to talk about soon as well.
Exactly.
So, But that means we'd have played 24 and they would have played 20, which still means we would have. I suppose that's 3 points dropped in it for them. Yeah. But anyway. Arsenal, Burnley. I don't even want to talk about Burnley too much. They're sitting rock bottom on 11 points, minus 35.
Now, you could talk about how many games they've played.
Minus 11 goal difference. 3 losses, 2 draws, Ram.
No. Go scroll down to how many matches they played this season.
They've played 17 games, actually. I didn't see that. Yeah, 17 games. So they've got a lot of games to still play for. They could actually get out of this, couldn't they? If they get on a run, to be fair. They've got enough games to do it.
These postponements, when are they going to play them? That's the question. Their congestion is going to be so tight that is going to be, I would have said tight like something, but
I know what you're going to revert to. I had that in my head as well.
Let's keep it PG, mate.
Yeah. Let's keep it PG. But this game, who's winning it, mate?
Arsenal. Arsenal 3-0. 3-0.
Arsenal 3-0 is what we're hearing. I think Arsenal win 2-0. I ain't got much to say about this game.
And plus, their best player, Cornet, is not in the team. He's at AFCON as well. So I don't see them doing anything.
What else we got here? Postponement FC is what Moose's saying as well. 2-0 Arsenal is what I'm saying. So I think it'll be 2-0 as well. I think it'll be a breeze in the park for them. That's why I don't want to stick on it too much. They'll get the 3 points in this one. Leicester versus Brighton's an interesting one because obviously we watched Brighton. They're in great. They played very well against Chelsea, even though I felt like we didn't play to our strengths again. But had a good game, got the draw. They're up against the Leicester team, who are pretty much next to them, 10th and 9th, 25 points to their 29. They have got 2 games in hand on them as well. Their running forms two wins. Both got 2 wins. Leicester have got 2 losses. They've got 3 draws. Yeah, I mean, Leicester at home, Ram, 39% to Brighton's 33. Is this straightforward win for Leicester? I mean, we just see them
No,
bottle it to Tottenham. Absolutely bottle it in
no.
2 goals in 90 minutes.
Big up Alan. You went on the terrace last night. I was at the studio as well. Big up yourself. His reaction was like a normal reaction when you celebrate a goal. Own it, Alan. Own it. Own it.
Own it.
You're happy. You're happy that he scored a last-minute goal. Own that. But look, man, Brendan Rodgers is a bottle job. Even though he beat you in the final, he's still a bottle job. I can't believe they threw away a 2-1 lead and lost it in 2 minutes. Like, I'm sorry, that's new levels. And it's against Tottenham. It's against Tottenham as well. And bearing in mind, yeah, Jem, do you remember how you got top 4 last season?
Yeah, because other people around us were shit.
No. I meant in the last game. Like, let me be specific. The last game of the season.
Oh, last game. Yes. They bottled it, didn't they?
Against who?
Leicester bottled it against Liverpool. No? Who were they playing? It was the last game of the season, wasn't it? Was it
Spurs.
Was it Man United? Oh, Spurs, was it? Oh, right. Okay, cool.
They bottled it against Spurs, and they were winning as well. People forget they were winning. They were winning 1-0 and 2-1 respectively, and they still bottled it in the end. So
is it a bottling? Is it a Brendan Rodgers thing? No, just bottling, or is it just their team?
No, because they've shown capabilities that they can do something. They've won the FA Cup, obviously, but it's just something wrong with this team. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with the manager, because you saw it with Liverpool. Everyone likes to talk about 2013, 14, Slippy G, whatever the hell it is. But people forget we bottled it against the likes of Hull, West Brom, City when we were winning, Chelsea we were winning. All those games that we played in December, we were winning them, and we dropped and we lost it. And funny enough, Steven Gerrard wasn't even playing that game, so put 2 and 2 together. But Brendan Rodgers, when he went to Celtic, any sign of challenge, which Gerrard was doing, Gerrard helped Rangers beat Celtic for the first time in about 6 seasons. And he ran away to Leicester. Like, I really do think it's a manager thing. It is. A leopard don't change its spots, my bro. They don't.
Yeah, I hear that. And this is probably part of the reason why he maybe doesn't get his move to a bigger club, because they look at it and they think maybe he isn't as good as people think. He's not that world-class level. He hasn't got that status really as a manager. And I look at this Leicester team and they've got a good squad. It should be doing so much better than what it is. And people will say, yeah, but they overachieved the last couple of seasons based on trying to get Champions League. They didn't quite make it. They did a couple of seasons on. I think they got Champions League once, didn't they? I'm sure they made Champions League once. They got absolutely
Leicester,
bad.
yeah, that was when they won the league.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good. Yeah, that Spurs game for me was just unforgivable. To concede 2 goals, and Tielemans had a bit of a nightmare that game, didn't he? I know he's mentioned it here as well. You can't blame Rodgers for the mistakes of Tielemans, Soyuncu, and Vestergaard. That's true. It is a player thing as well. But it is what it is. I think it will be a draw. I think it will be a 1-1 draw. I think Brighton play good football. I don't think they score as many goals though. What are you saying, Ram? What did you say?
I think it's going to be another draw. Brighton are the kings of drawing games, so are going to be another draw.
What's this? Steven Gerrard, he slipped on his fucking ass, gave it to them, baba. Steven Gerrard. The only thing I agree with Rams is Rodgers is a bottler.
I just muted you the whole time. I'm shameless like that.
Let's move on to the game of the weekend. Chelsea versus Spurs. Chelsea are in some dire form still. 57% win probability against Tottenham's 19. Sitting in third just about at the moment. 44 points. Drawn 3. Lost 1. And only won 1 in 7 or 8 games now. It's not looking good for Chelsea. And I mean, they're up against the Spurs team who have got games in hand, but it's a must-win for Chelsea when you look at how many games in hand they've got to play after us. They're on 36 points as well. 3 White wins, 2 draws. Haven't lost in their last 5 games. Ram, we've beaten them twice in January already in the cup games quite convincingly. Do you think that Conte has now sussed out how to beat this Chelsea team? Or do you think it will set up differently? Or do you feel that Chelsea are in such shit form and lacking confidence that we might just be the root of our own downfall in this one?
You have to set up differently. You know that in the game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, he didn't play too badly. Tottenham didn't play too badly. It's just that the problem was the guy that kept on running onto the ball was Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. It should have been Lucas Moura or Heung-min Son. You know what I mean? They need to play the likes of Bergwijn and Son, Bergwijn and Moura, because Son is injured. I think he's got COVID or something, so he's not playing this game. So
I
if
think
they get
Bergwijn
those,
will start.
yeah, if Bergwijn starts, Bergwijn scored. Is on good form. He's on very, very good form. So if they get him into the game, they can cause Chelsea a lot of problems, especially with his pace. Imagine that pace against.
I think Rudiger will be all right.
I think
Chalobah's back as well, which is another thing.
If he's back, then yeah. But it's also the trickery. Bergwijn's very skillful on the ball. Like, he's very, very skillful. People forget. So I think the only way they can get at them is through Bergwijn or Moura. I think Harry Kane's going to be important, but not as important as those two. You lot do like drawing games.
Drawing FC. That's what we are at the moment. 7 draws. I think it is 8 draws now.
7 draws in your last 10, which is yeah.
Let's have a look because it is pretty much.
I meant PL games, Premier League games. That's what I mean. So
yeah, I mean, you look at Premier League games, right? We drew against Brighton, we lost against Man City, right? This is what I was trying to explain to people on Space.
1 out of 2,
right? And then we drew against Liverpool, yeah.
That's 2 out of 3.
We drew against Brighton again at home,
3 out of 4, yeah.
We beat Aston Villa,
3 out of
1-1. We drew with Wolves, we drew with Everton,
4 out of 6, 5 out of 7,
and
5 out of 8.
Beat Leeds.
Yeah,
and we lost to West Ham since the 1st of December. And we beat,
so 5 out of 10. Drew 5 of your last 10 games. That's nearly half.
That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. In terms of wins, we've only got 2. Is it?
2.
I think 2 wins.
Villa, and Leeds.
Sorry, Leeds, Villa,
and Watford. So 3.
3 wins
and 2 losses.
Wins. So since the 1st of December. This is how we got to deep it, right? Since the 1st of December, all the way to where we are now, which is we're going to be the 23rd of January. So nearly 2 months later, we've only won 3 games. I'm sorry, that's atrocious.
And yet I get hate for calling it out. I call a lot of stuff out. People forget I call a lot of stuff out. I call a lot of stuff about Liverpool, a lot about stuff about United, Spurs. I mean, not Spurs. I don't really talk about Spurs that much. Chelsea, obviously, and City. But why do people hate me for calling it out when I'm right? I don't get it. Jem, can you please answer that? I don't get it. I think I'm right in calling it out. I called it out when Liverpool was shit.
We are shit. There's nothing. I don't think there's any Chelsea fan that can sit here and defend our performances at the moment. We're crap. We are crap, and partly I'd say the last 2 games I could maybe bring Tuchel into it and say that he set up wrong, made his substitutions late, which has not helped us or aided us in getting points. But you got to look at the players, and the players on the pitch are, and I keep saying it, doesn't matter if we play a back 3, doesn't matter if Chelsea play a back 4. The personnel that currently play in these systems that are available are just not good enough. They're just not good enough, and that's an issue for us moving forward. I don't know, man. It's painful to watch, and like I said, the Brighton game was pretty painful to me overall. Watching that game, it hurt with the way the mentality. The mentality is the biggest thing for me right at the moment, because barring Thiago Silva, we don't even look like we're fighting. We're not even trying, or even like everyone's performances just look dead. Like they're just not up for it, and that's a worry for me. A big worry. Spurs, we're playing. Josh thinks we'll play a 4-2-2-2. We're going to do the. We're going to do. Go on.
I was going to talk about the what's his name, Ralph Ragnick, apparently the godfather and praise of Klopp. I've got the quote up for you, Jim. I mean, not I've calling of it.
I think you're bugging, Ram. Your
No, I'm not.
internet's gone funny.
Well, can you not hear me?
You got a bit blurry. But yeah, there we
Blurry.
go.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got like a voice recording of Klopp saying, who is real. His real. Also, United fans are in the comments. His real tutor is. I've got it right here.
Was there a coach to go into?
Ram, you keep cutting out. We can't hear it.
Don't know. I'll show it. I'll do it another time. I'll do it another time.
You keep cutting out. You keep cutting out. I don't know. Maybe you need to come out, come back in. Your internet's gone.
Let me.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Ram will be back with us in a minute, guys. It seems like he's had a bit of a faulty, shall we say? Let me get him back in. Once he's in, this brings him back in. But anyway, yeah, and this is the thing, guys. We're going to do the preview for this game probably tomorrow anyway. So the preview for the Chelsea and Spurs game will happen. We'll give you guys the opportunity to get involved as well. His internet's still not working.
Is it good?
No, you keep going weird. Keep going weird. Go and check your Wi-Fi out quickly.
Is it?
Can't see you, my man.
Hang on.
You're so blurry.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Go on.
Hang on. Let me just stop. I'll just keep it on like this for now until I fix it up.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's continue with this.
Yeah, so look, I think it's a must-win game for Chelsea. We have to get the win. It's something that we can't afford to drop any more points, guys. We know we're falling down the table. We're allowing ourselves to have a battle with the likes of Arsenal, Tottenham. We shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, all right, if we're not going to challenge, then hold second, hold third. Bring a bit of a challenge to Liverpool. Don't fall away from City and then fall away from Liverpool as well. That's what I don't want. I don't want that to be an issue. I don't want that to be a case with our football club. But unfortunately, as of where we are at the moment, we are not in any real great form. And I do think the last two games that Tuchel's picked the wrong personnel and set us up wrong in terms of the people that have played. I think he has to revert back to what worked. When I say what worked, in terms of, and I don't think it's something that's the long-term thing to do, but in terms of saying what worked, maybe just play the false nine, throw Havertz up there, give him problems that way, and play people that can move off the ball, and just hope that the players on the pitch can bring it. Do you know what I mean? Bring a bit of confidence. He's let them rest for 2 days. They've not trained for 2 days as well. It's going to be Pete. I'm just looking at the chat. 2-0 Chelsea as well is what C1 London saying. Big up to him. Spurs at the win at the Bridge, 1 in 27 years. That's true as well. Chelsea are going to finish above Liverpool this season. You heard it first, is what Bex is saying. We have been shit for a month and a half. We literally have, because of your rival fan, and we don't want to hear it from you.
Is it still good?
That's why we don't want to hear it. Yeah, you're good now, Ram.
Is it good? Okay, fine. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I still don't get it, man, because I'm a rival fan, but I'm trying to make it. You know what I mean? I'm giving you constructive criticism with a sprinkling of a little bit of hate as well. So,
well, Ram, what's your score prediction for this game? What are you saying?
You are draw FC, so 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. I think it's the easy option to go. I think we have to win, and I'm always going to back Chelsea, and I think we're going to go and do a 2-0, providing that Tuchel picks the right personnel, plays the right players on the pitch, allows us to compete at the best that we can possibly can when we're not in great form. Kovacic has to start for me, potentially. I want to say we'll delve into it anyway, but the front line has to change as well. I know the wing backs is an issue, and it's going to be an issue until James, and I heard James is doing light training recently as well, so he is working towards getting back in the team. But Chalobah, not Chalobah, Alonso and Blimmin Aspie as wing backs is just not helping at the same time. So we need to play strength through the midfield in terms of Kovacic needs progression and obviously play the right forward line. But we are going to I think we'll win 2-0. I'm going to go and back us as always. We're going to do a combined 11 for this. Obviously, Ram's going to wear his Tottenham hat, should we say? Going to wear his Tottenham hat. Ram, who's in goal?
Tottenham
Kepa
hat.
or Lloris?
I don't have a Tottenham hat. Just to let you know, I'm not a Tottenham fan. But Kepa or Lloris?
Yeah.
Not Mendy. Oh, what am I saying? Mendy's at AFCON.
Yeah.
Never mind. Lloris. It's
Why?
easy one for me because
Why?
Lloris is a better goalkeeper than Kepa.
Well, the last 2 times we played them, Kepa's kept 2 clean sheets.
Yeah. But is that down to your defense or your goalkeeper?
He's made good saves. I don't think
Lloris has longevity.
But as we speak right now, in terms of form,
Lloris.
I think really.
Lloris.
Everyone's saying Lloris. Kepa's in good form though, is what Pedro's saying. That's what I'm saying. Kepa.
Yeah, Nick Blue. Kepa ain't getting in this team. It's Lloris.
All right, fine. I'll concede that one only because I'm not a big fan of Kepa anyway, and he hasn't played many games. But yeah. Lloris is a world class. For me, he's a top goalkeeper. He's coming to his end though. I feel in terms of his stint, but Lloris it is. Right back. Who they got? Doherty's definitely. Doherty's definitely.
Holy crap! Right back.
No, Aspie. It's got to be Aspie, isn't it?
I think it has to be.
Yeah, it has to be, isn't it? You keep cutting out still. You know that your thing's so bad dodgy.
What is? I think it's connected to different server. I think that.
It's got to be Aspie, isn't it, guys? Why Ram?
Sorry, guys. Hang on, fix it. All right, let me take it. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I'll just leave it like this then.
Aspie, Chalobah. Chalobah's available as well. Rams, you are wrong. It's Kepa, is what Nick Blue's saying. Aspie over Emerson. So they've got, what's his name? Emerson Royale. He ain't good though, is he? Come on, man. Jem, are you going to the game on Sunday? No, unfortunately, I'm not. I'm going to the Plymouth game though. Going to the Plymouth game. Emerson is an absolute. Yeah, I think it's got to be Aspie.
Aspie is Aspie. I can't think of anyone else.
2 in the middle, 2 in the defense. Thiago Silva and Rudiger.
Thiago Silva and Rudiger. Yeah, because Romero is not fit.
Rudiger. Who's left back then?
Reguilon.
Does he even play?
Yeah, Reguilon played.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, fine. I can't even argue Alonso because he's so shit. We're moving quite nice at the moment, Ram. So at the moment, Chelsea have got 3 players in.
They play like you lot.
Huh?
They play a back 3 like you lot.
Yeah, I guess so. But we've done 4 to make it fair. If we've done the back 3, I would argue that Chalobah gets in there and whoever else gets in there. But for me, the 3 in the midfield, I'm going to be honest. I think it should be Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic. Can't hear you, man. You're cracking. You are gone. Can't hear a word you're saying.
Well, can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You keep coming in and out. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, go on.
My internet's done a madness today. I might just do a quick thing after the stream. But I think it will be. I think one Tottenham player's got to be in there.
Who?
Apparently, Skip has been doing decently.
No,
but I don't think Jorginho should be in there.
Why?
Because he sucks.
He's better than fucking Winks. He's better than Ndombele. He's better than all of them. You can't. You think about who plays in his position. Højbjerg. He's been shit. Jorginho's not been as shit as Højbjerg. Jorginho's been okay. I don't think any of their midfield gets in. I think that part of the reason why we beat them twice in a row is because our midfield won twice at home and away. I think we just have an all-round better midfield than them. Their midfield is dog. I mean, you even ask Alan. Alan will tell you their midfield is shit. You know, he would argue that their midfield is absolutely dead. Are you there?
I'm back.
Hey, I was saying, Jorginho, Kante, and Kovacic, right? We dominated them in 2 games, right? Yeah. I even, what's his name? Alan argues how bad their midfield is and how it's ineffective. It goes against them. And in the 2 games, we dominated them home and away.
Yeah. I think on recent form, you guys have been so meh in midfield. So that's why I think you should put Højbjerg in there instead of one
He's
of them.
been shit, though.
No,
All right.
man.
I don't get how... Even Højbjerg's been shit, man. I think he's been poor this season. I think Jorginho's been better than him. But because people say I'm being biased in the chat, I agree with Rams. Fair enough. Rams, your Wi-Fi is moving like Alonso on the counter. Yeah,
Not gonna lie, it is. I need to have a look at it. Normally averages around about 200 megabytes. Now it's averaging about 50, which is a bit weird. So I need to have a look at that.
Jorginho versus Højbjerg. Jorginho over Spurs midfield. I'd even throw Sal in there for fuck's sake. Spurs midfield is crap. I agree. I think it's absolutely
Rebecca, no.
We dominated them with Sal. Kante, cover, J5. Who's got their washing machine on? It's Rams fan. Ram, you've gone again, mate. Ram's gone again. He's there now. He's there. It goes. It's a shame. Ram's ruined. Why Chelsea fans hate Jorginho?
Put Jorginho in there.
You know it as well. You know it.
You man freaking crying, my baby. Honest.
Yeah, but their midfield doesn't touch our midfield. Front 3.
Kane, Bergwijn.
Who?
Kane, Bergwijn.
I can't hear your last word. I heard Kane and Bergwijn.
Kane and Bergwijn are definitely getting in there.
Why is Bergwijn getting in there? Fuck that.
He scored 2 goals yesterday.
Yeah, that's one game. One game.
Okay, I'm gonna get his stats up. Right now. 2 goals and an assist.
Mason Mount gets in this team, right?
No.
So what Chelsea forward gets in this team then?
Who else do you lot have?
Havertz, Ziyech, Pulisic, Kalamasan-Odoi, Lukaku.
Okay, put Mount in there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying to you.
Put Mount in there.
Straight away, put that.
Look, man, I think I've been very impressed with
Chelsea forwards. No Chelsea forwards. Ramsey's highlight his type of guy. Mount. The Mount should be in, man. Mount's got to be in.
All I'm saying, his stats are a little bit skewed. That's all I need to say.
Yeah, but you're arguing Bergwijn and you're going to compare Bergwijn's stats to everyone else. And it's probably... How many goals has Bergwijn scored?
That is also scored. That is also skewed as well. He scored 2 goals and 1 assist. 2 of those.
No, you can't even throw him. You can even throw Havertz in there. You can even throw Havertz.
Nah, because Havertz has been doing nothing for the last couple of 10
Lukaku
years.
scored 5 goals in 8 games.
Yeah, but he don't play as a left winger, mate. Oh, I'm using the De Bruyne thing against you. Oh, my internet's gone.
No, I can hear you.
Oh, I thought you frozen.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm using your De Bruyne argument. Using the De Bruyne argument against you. How does
Can't we do
feel? This? No, we can't do that because Kane don't play striker. Stop it. No.
What people saying in the chat? I need to know what people are saying in the chat. I never liked him. He's cheeks. Mount has 7 goals and 5 assists. Bergwijn has 7 goals in the whole Spurs career. Rams, you didn't know his stats till now. Rams is always lagging, declared. If Ram has his way, there would be no Chelsea players in this team.
Hey, that's not true. I gave you Aguilera, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho.
I don't know who plays that last left, but I'm just going to throw.
Bergwijn in there.
I'm
Do it.
just for the vibes. I'm just gonna throw Werner in there now.
No, don't put. No, at least Bergwijn has a little bit of tech to him, man. Come on.
How many goals has Werner scored this season? Is it what? How many goals has he scored?
Exactly. If it's one, I'm gonna get Werner. Let's see. He scored
It's
one
one.
goal. One goal. Come on. Bergwijn's got 2 at least.
How many assists has he got though?
You know, put at least he's an actual baller. He's a baller.
He's not a baller, man. He's fucking shit. I thought he was always shit.
His
11
debut
apps.
goal against Man City.
He's only scored 1 goal in the Premier League,
From-
but he scored 3 in the Champions League and he scored 3 in the EFL Cup. Fuck's sake, Werner. Come on, man. 1 in the FA Cup. Werner, man. You're not making this easy, Werner. As Werner has a better UCL record than PL record. That's true. Havertz is, but actually Havertz. Yeah, let's put Havertz in there. Havertz. Kai Havertz.
No.
I can't hear you because your thing keeps cutting out.
I gave you Jorginho. Give me Bergwijn at least.
How many has Havertz scored?
2.
How many has Bergwijn scored?
2.
How many assists has he got? Havertz has 1 assist to his name. 2 goals and 1 assist. Bergwijn has 2 goals and 1 assist. So either Havertz or yeah, they're the
Just put
same.
Bergwijn
Havertz.
in there.
But who's
in
the
there.
better player? Who's the better player, Havertz? So we throw Havertz.
Just
in
no.
there.
Just put Bergwijn in there, man.
I know, man. Tell me about it. His fucking Wi-Fi is shit winner server. Absolute.
He's not shit. Gem. You tell me. Normally my Wi-Fi is not that bad. It's just today it's just been a little bit wonky. Come on, just put Bergwijn in there. Just do it.
I can't even hear when you're talking. You just keep cutting out and coming, and you like say "come on," and then you cut out, and then you come again, and you cut out, you cut again. This is poor for the show, Rams. You're letting the team down. You're letting the viewers down.
Look,
Give the viewers what they want.
yeah, and they want Bergwijn in that team.
I'm trying to see viewers. All right, I'm going to ask viewers this: Bergwijn or Havertz? Both have 2 goals and 1 assist to their name. Everyone else is dead.
They'll pick Havertz because he's a Chelsea player.
What about Ziyech?
No,
Ziyech.
you hate Ziyech. Don't try that.
Yeah, but if we're basing it on stats, let's have a look. Ziyech has 2 goals and 2 assists. Ziyech
You
does,
hate
doesn't
him. You hate
he?
him.
Ziyech's stats. Callum Hudson-Odoi. That's a good one, actually.
Can we put Son in? If Son is available to play, can we put Son in?
He's not fit. Callum Hudson-Odoi only has 1 goal and 1 assist. Fuck me. I can't even play him. Yeah. Put Ziyech in. If it's on stats, we have to put Ziyech in. He's got 1 more assist.
But
than
you hate Ziyech, man. You hate him.
Havertz. What are people saying? Havertz has 2 goals, 2 assists. Ziyech has 2 goals, 2 assists. I didn't know he had 2 assists. Pulisic has 3 goals. Pulisic has 3 goals and no assists.
0 assists.
But 3 goals.
0 assists.
This is so bad.
We are literally measuring we're literally scraping the barrel.
Why can't someone just be like 7 goals or something? Or like Sonnet? What the fuck is this, man? Havertz not the future Ajax player. What's that? Mount Moura Kane. What about Moura?
Yeah, Lucas Moura. Yeah. He's got 2 goals and 3 assists. Let's put him in there. Put him in.
Moura. Pulisic has 1 assist. Jem realizing just how poor our forwards are. Honestly, I don't even know, man. I mean, I'm gonna let Winter Surfer pick because he's in no Wi-Fi Rams. Winter Surfer, man. Like, who is the front 3?
My Wi-Fi is normally good.
I need someone that can talk.
Oh god, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel, aren't we?
So Moura's got, what was it? 3 goals? Did you say? I think Ram said Moura's got 3 goals.
3 goals, 2 goals and 3 assists. 2 goals and 3
goals and 3 assists. Pulisic's got 3 goals, 0 assists. Havertz and Ziyech have both got 2 goals and 2 assists. and then you've got Bergwijn, who's got 2 goals but only has 1 assist. So what the fuck? Like, would you let's pick from a bad bunch, basically?
Jesus Christ. Man, I don't know. I'd probably put. I haven't started played. I'm probably probably moving towards Lucas Moura because he's just played a lot more, but it's not with any conviction. It's not with any conviction.
Lucas Moura.
I'm doing it on form. I'm not doing it who I think will, because they're not. No one's on form. So
how bad is that?
Put Mount on the left. Put Mount on the left.
How low have we dropped when we're actually sitting here trying to find out who's better by like 1 goal, 1 assist? It's like 2 goals. 2 goals each. Like, that's so bad.
Yeah,
Son would have got him. Son would have gone in, wouldn't he? If
sure.
Son would have been in there. Yeah, Son would have been
for sure.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Do you agree with the midfield? Do you think Højbjerg deserves a shout, or do you think we just dominate?
No, Højbjerg's trash. I mean, Højbjerg in there.
Look, man,
he's rubbish.
But Jorginho hasn't been that great as well, man.
I'd have as Alex says, Jennifer over Hodgepodge any time, man. I'm not having Hodgepodge in there. He's rubbish.
To be fair, he's a hobnob right now.
He is.
Mate, he's been shit against us twice.
When he's your attacking midfielder, or the highest one up there for Spurs, you've got a problem, man. Honestly,
that's true. I agree with that as well.
He's not built for this. He's not built for it at all. I think that's right. I mean, they haven't got really much in midfield. It's just a bit compact. I mean, I heard Oliver Skip's name and my heart stopped.
It literally skipped.
Yeah, it skipped. Yeah, it went.
The heart skip, bro.
Yeah, it went, oh my god, no, like that. Not in a good way, but yeah, I think.
But for some reason, Tottenham fans have been saying he's been very good.
They don't know what good looks like in a midfielder. Why would you judge them? They don't know what a midfield.
Isn't it weird that every rival base defends that one English player, didn't they, to the death now? It's like Skip.
We don't.
You got,
what?
You do.
What?
What are you talking about? We don't.
Some of your fans, the way they protect Trent is ridiculous.
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Trent is a big example of you guys.
We don't even say he's a rubbish player. We just question.
And then you look at Arsenal, right? They defend Saka and ESR, or ESR more so. Like he's defended highly.
Nah, ESR is a good player. He's just not going to be top 10 in the world.
Chelsea defend Mason Mount, and then you've got Man City. Man City probably the only team maybe
Jack Grealish.
I don't know Man City's faults because I don't
think their fans like Jack Grealish yet enough to defend him.
Nah,
because the only player that they actually defend is Foden, but Foden's a baller. So.
Yeah, they don't need to defend him.
Yeah.
Winter Surfer. Obviously, we're going to do a preview tomorrow anyway for the Spurs game. But what are your thoughts on our form over? I know our form's shit overall, but your thoughts on Chelsea? Tuchel giving them a 2-day break. Now they're going to be training. They'll only have 2 days training, and then it will be game day.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you worry about it playing against Spurs slightly, or do you feel like we will turn up against these lot, because we always seem to do?
Well, it'd be interesting to see if Conte's learned anything, because you remember in the first leg of the League Cup, we weren't playing well as well. Yeah. That will never happen. Honestly, that's another conversation. He's not good at all. I will just say this. I think we're going to beat them because I don't know if Conte's learned from the first leg. We weren't playing well when we played. We didn't play well in these 2 legs, Jim, essentially, and we still controlled most of the game. Yeah. Remember, Tuchel changed to 4 at the back, I believe, in both legs. I think we'll beat them. They've won 1 game in any competition in 32 years.
That's true.
At Stamford Bridge. 1 win in 32 years. Yeah,
that's so bad, isn't it?
So I don't care. I think we'll do them. I think it might be close. I think we'll do them 2-1 or 2-0, something like that. I don't fear this Spurs team whatsoever. And Spurs, everyone go, well, if they win their 3 games, they'll go above you. Well, okay, what if we beat them? Then what are you going to say?
Yeah, exactly.
They can't go above us then, can they?
That's why I say it's a must-win more than anything.
It's a must-win game. It's a must-win.
If we'd have beat Brighton, I think it would have made it a bit easier going. And we beat Tottenham. It makes life a lot easier for third. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
We put ourselves in this position now where it's just like... like we have to win every game now. We can't drop any more points.
Rams,
And I know
right? They've got Spurs. I think have got to play Man City soon, and they've got to play the Arsenal game as well. So
and they got us as well.
and
so,
they got
yeah.
us. So it's them going. Oh yeah, well if we win 3 games, you have a look at your fixtures, right? You've got to play us. The same with Arsenal, really. They got to play. I expect them to beat Burnley this weekend. That would be fun.
Oh, redneck! Stop feeling negative.
It was broken. That's why they only won once in 32 years. They didn't
Yeah,
win.
exactly.
They didn't win one game in 28 years. They won once in 32.
Yeah.
So-
Tomorrow we are going to talk more about the news that come out today on Twitter about the potential that Chelsea might go for Dembele for 15 million euros. We'll touch on it
Yeah.
briefly before we finish off here for the last 10 minutes, but we will talk about that at the beginning before we go into the preview of the Chelsea and Spurs game. So make sure you stay tuned for that one tomorrow, guys. What's your thought, Winter Surfer, on it? I heard we had a big space chat earlier, didn't we, with everyone in it, but what's your thoughts on this potential signing of a player that could potentially knock up our NHS bill?
Okay, let me just preface this because I know people have selective hearing. So I just want to say this very slowly for people. I'm not trying to insult them. I am not questioning Dembele's talent. Okay, let me just put that out there. I'm not questioning his talent. What I will question is his availability. And I think I was discussing it with someone else. I think he's missed nearly 2 years altogether, total injuries of the nearly 5 years he's been at Barcelona. So you're looking at nearly 40% of the time he's missing. And it's one of those where I seriously question what wages we're going to give him if he signs, because first of all, I'm very, very serious. How does he pass a medical, with all these injuries and everything like that? And can we keep him fit? And also, does he fit this system? Pray for the NHS. He's right. Yeah, pray for the NHS.
Big facts.
Yeah, I think the only ones you'll find me. You can find me, bro. I don't care.
Sounds like Liam Neeson. I'll find you and I'll kill you.
Listen, his talent's undeniable. He's a great talent, but we're just getting Pulisic, trying to get Pulisic right and out the physio room. Now you're going to put this guy in it? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But it's the sort of thing Chelsea will do.
Jem Ascout has been sacked the international one. Really? When did that happen?
No, one of them. No, didn't. No, one of them left. There was like Charlie Masunda's brother's gone to Spurs or something like that. So,
Ram, what are your thoughts as a Liverpool fan on Dembele and how he fits Chelsea?
Quality player, but he's always injured. What's the point of being a quality player if you don't get to play football?
Yep.
His technical ability, I think, in my opinion, is a little bit better than Kylian Mbappe. But the reason why he's not been at it is because he hasn't been playing. And it's just going to be one of them signings. Just going to be like, why? If he's not going to stay fit, which most likely he isn't, just came back from 2 major injuries, I think about 4 or 5 months out, consecutive injuries. Why do you want to sign him? It's just don't make no sense.
Apparently, we spoke to a Barcelona fan earlier today, and he seems to think he's in his form of his life at the moment, for once.
What, with his contract running out? How convenient.
Yeah. Why would they let him go? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like everyone knows Dembele is a talented player, but he's always injured. And he's just come off 2 very bad injuries as well. It could be a case of he's gotten over those injuries and now he's starting to perform and no longer being injury prone. But would you want to take that risk?
Look, some people were arguing that he would be our best forward on form. I would argue that when you say best forward on form, and the amount of games we play anyway, every 3 days and whatever else, will he even make 2 weeks of football for Chelsea if he is to start every game? I mean, that worries me.
Your main problem is injuries as well. We can't gloss over the fact you've got injuries. Why do you want to bring in another injury-prone player?
That's what worries me.
Who are we getting rid of then in the attack then?
We're not getting rid of no one apparently.
That's what I mean. But then he's the if say free, okay, he's the he's the seventh one up there, right? If you count all of them together, you count Mount because he plays up there. I don't think he's an attacker, but you count Mount up there, so he's 7. So you've got seven players now. So
maybe
surely,
Mount moves to the midfield.
Yeah, but then that means what? A system change?
But I don't
think he does.
I don't think Mount would suit your midfield. I really don't.
He's an 8. He's an 8. He's an 8.
But I don't think he could. I don't think he'll fit it.
In a 3, Ram, if you saw our Champions League semi-final and the Cup semi-final against City, he dropped deeper, and he tortured Fernandinho, Modric, and Toni Kroos. He made Modric and Toni Kroos along with Kante, made them so deep they looked like sweepers in those 2 legs.
Yeah, they did. They had a really good game.
That's his best position. It's an 8. It's an 8. It's his best
Pay
position.
as you go is just not a mobile phone contract. Get Dembele to sign.
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Do I think if we get to I was in a space earlier and I asked a question. I said, like, what is it? I asked a Barcelona fan. I said, what is it that he's really good at the moment? Like, what was it he could bring to Chelsea? Is he direct? Is he like what is it? And he said, yeah, he's direct. He'll create space, etc., etc. And I was like, well, when I think about it, and I was like, we've got players that can dribble but ain't at the moment in Callum Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic. Can we actually benefit from him creating space and creating chances? Because the one thing he banged on about is that he's very good at creating chances for individuals at the moment. Something that we lack probably from our forward line quite a bit, as we already know. So if he comes in and does that, do I understand why Chelsea are going to it? To a degree. But what don't make sense to me is that I'm being told that we sell to buy. So we are not a sell to buy club if we're then buying another player but not doing anything with the ones that we currently got, are we? What we're doing is we're giving people the opportunity. The name that I'll give us is opportunistic FC. That's it. Opportunity. That's it. That word.
I don't see this as an opportunity though. I see this as a risk. I see this as a big risk.
Yeah.
I know what transfers are, but when there's an injury record longer than the amount of games you played, do you know what I mean? And everyone can go, oh yeah, but at Dortmund he didn't get this injury thing. That was 5 years ago. We're talking nearly 2 years of missing games. You know,
I mean, if you compare Cho and Odoi, for example, Andrew, like you got this kind of comment here. It's like good for you saying that Dembele's level is like better than Cho's with the dribbling ability. So it'd be like an upgrade in many ways, is what I'm being told at the moment. Like, do you think he's still good enough to take the risk?
You have to. It's a risk. It's a risk. It's a major risk. It's a risk financially. It's a risk. You know. All I hear that space earlier, Jem. That guy went. If how many times did he say if in that one? If it was if, wasn't it? It was just if. And that's what it is with me. It's if, and that's the same with most of our players. Is if, and it's like, for me it's too much. I just can't. Yeah, but he's not injured. He's on the pitch, Big Run. This guy's hardly on the pitch to play. I mean, if you remember the Euros, he came on during one game and then went off 17 minutes later, and that was it for him for about a few months. So, I'm sorry. I never doubt his talent, but the availability is the one for me.
That's when
we're questioning Pulisic. We're questioning Pulisic's availability, right? And
that's when Koeman had to replace him. He was on holiday, and then Koeman had to come in to replace Dembele, who was injured at the Euros. I remember that.
I have got to shoot in like 10 minutes, so I did want to get Couch in quickly and get his thoughts. Sorry, because I've got to shoot out. I've got to pop out quickly. But go on, Couch. What's your thoughts, bro, on this?
What's up, fellas? Everyone good?
All good, bro. All good. Just talking about this Dembele.
I'm not good, bro.
It doesn't look like anybody's good. I'm kind of just echoing the sentiments that I'm hearing here. Like, I don't understand how a team can have a wage bill as high as we have right now and then looking to bring on somebody that is injury prone, hasn't really been playing his best football in quite some time. And, I just don't understand what's happening right now. Like, I understand that we as a club definitely want to have, the best players in our kits, wearing our kits, playing at the club. But I don't understand where Moussa Dembele fits into that mold. You know, if this is a Thomas Tuchel signing, one thing I'll have to back it. But if this is about, you know, trying to be opportunistic because he's available on a cheap, and you know he's had a relationship with the manager before, and we're not looking at his injury record, we're not looking at the wage demand that he's going to put on the club right now, then I'm just not for it. You know, I'm not for it. I don't see where, you know, even when you look at his style of play, he's not really. We're basically gonna have to change the shape of the club, or the setup that we're playing in order to play with him, because he's not a number 10 really, and he's certainly not a wing back. He's an out and out winger. You know, so how do you fit somebody like that into this particular setup right now? You know, so I mean, the problems that we had with Ziyech and whatnot is just what I've been saying right now. Ziyech is an out and out winger. And we're trying to play him in a position where he can't be, you know, he can't be effective.
I tell you what, Couch.
Am I wrong though?
No, but
No,
I tell you what.
I totally agree. So I didn't interrupt. I totally
the-
agreed with what you said. There was nothing I could dispute.
I tell you what, the kind of caliber of player Ousmane Dembele is compared to Ziyech is quite different. I think Dembele is more of a direct kind of player, while Ziyech is more of a guy that wants to stay wide and get into the spaces and whip the ball in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
And
the thing
playmaker
is, though, Rams, if we keep this system, we get Dembele and keep Cho. Can't you at some point next season think of the wing backs being Cho and Dembele the way we're set up? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. This signing the way it is, the overall package does not make sense. Okay, it doesn't make sense financially. It'll be big up now. Financially, it'll be. I want to know what they're offering, because it's a free transfer at the end of the day, and what's the signing on? What's the signing on thing as well? Because that's going to be huge. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I'll say it again because people keep missing. I don't question his talent. No Chelsea fan I have heard has questioned his talent. It's the injury record and the availability.
Absolutely.
And we're all giving it to Pulisic because of his availability. And others, and it's like going. So why would you then want Dembele to come in? I'm
not for nostalgia. Like everyone I've spoken to about this, that's for it, is like, well, what did he do at Dortmund with Tuchel? Look how he was ripping up trees. I'm like, yeah, how long ago was that? His injury record right now.
That was 5 years ago.
His injury record, you know, like it's incredibly long right now. You know, you're bringing him into a squad that already has injury-prone players. You know, we can't afford to keep doing this over and over again.
I'll give you a good example. 5 year Liverpool example. Bear with me. 5 years ago, Adam Lallana was an incredible midfielder, creative, can press, can do everything, was the complete midfielder. Then injuries ruined his career. And now look at him now. I don't think Lallana has the technical ability of Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele is one of the most technically gifted players in the world. But injuries prevent you from becoming that kind of player.
I don't think there's no discussion about it.
Okay, he got injured in La Liga, right?
Yeah.
He's injury prone in La Liga now. You expect him to come to the Premier League right now and find health and form and whatnot, like the Premier League, the way that this league plays?
That's what
it just doesn't make any sense on so many levels.
And you think about Tuchel's a demanding manager as well.
Well, he is, but you know, this is my biggest worry with him. It wasn't so much about his talent, because we can all sit here and know that he has that in abundance. It's just, are we going to see enough of that talent on the pitch at our football club? We had the same thing with Christian Pulisic, where he was brought in to bring that ability, or dribbling ability, his talent. And let's be serious, Pulisic to this day still has that talent. Yeah, for me, he does. It's not gone anywhere. It's just, you know, we are struggling at the moment with forwards, and the forwards are struggling to adapt to this current system. For me, just throwing Dembele into it doesn't, for me, solve our forward line issue. You know, who's to say that he comes in and, you know, he hits to go get the ground running, and we're halfway through a season as well. This guy's not going to have time to be able to come in and have adapt, and you know, we ain't got that time. He has to come in and hit the ground running. He's not played the Premier League before, and I agree with Couch. It's faster, it's more demanding. They will kick him more. He will get kicks left, right, and centre. And this is a guy that's, you know, is injury prone, and that worries me slightly to a degree. Really
why are we all worried about N'Golo Kante? It's his availability, right?
Because he ran into the ground. Yeah.
Look at his injury record over the last 4 years.
Yeah.
We are worried about this guy, and we're going to bring in someone who's got a history. Now, that may change. But like I said, if you look over the records, It might even be over 2 years he's been missing for Barcelona in his time. And that's 45% of his time at Barcelona. He's been missing. That is ridiculous.
And we want to take that risk, you know. It's a risk taker. You know,
it's like all our most talented players are injury prone. Like Naby Keita's injury prone. Thiago injury prone. Ox is Ox, even though he's not as creative as these two players that I said, injury prone. There's no point in buying them if you're not going to be playing them.
I just think it's again a very stupid when he goes for free in the summer as well. I know Barcelona want him Barcelona want to get rid of him in January because they want to make money on him.
Exactly.
Jim, don't you think that any club, including our own, would be smart enough if you're going to sign Dembele, you're going to have to incentivize that contract so much. Yeah. So if you play 20 games in a row, if you play 30 league games in a row, you know, stuff like that to withdraw his wages, because there's no way I'm paying this guy. I mean, I'm struggling. I'm 100 grand maybe, but
is he going to take that? That's what worries me. Is he going to take that?
I mean, and the other thing to consider too, our wage bill right now is extremely high, right? We can
second highest, isn't it? In the
so for me, somebody, if you're going to bring in a player like Dembele, somebody of the same sort of like wage demand has to come out of the squad just to like balance it, not even to like bring it down, to balance it. So who leaves the club?
We're struggling to reach Rudiger's request, and he plays more games than him.
We're struggling to get rid of Barkley. We're struggling to get rid of Bakayoko. You know what I mean? And we're going to bring in another guy to add to the wage bill. Like, who are we getting rid of?
What worries me also, and I know, again, I'm probably looking into it too much, but I have to, because I do with every player that comes into this club. We'll probably end up playing him as a wing back. I've just got this weird feeling.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll do something.
No way.
We'll do something really stupid, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, why ain't he playing? He's a flop. He's crap. And it'll be like, well, hang on. Like we keep saying, you can buy as many players as you want. But if he doesn't fit the profile of the system that we're playing, and you play him out of position like we have with Pulisic and Cho, we're not going to get the best out of him. And I've got this feeling that Tuchel,
Cho one side, Dembele one side, and the other.
Yeah, because when we spoke to that Barca fan earlier on the Space Winter Surfer, he was like, Dembele loves hogging the wing. He loves being out on the wing. That's his position. You know, he uses the space well. He always wants to be over there. So if he loves hogging the wing, what's he going to be doing at Chelsea?
Why are we going to buy him?
Yeah, he's going to go and sit as a wing
back. So we're going to play him at wing back then. If he loves hogging the wing, we're going to play him at wing back. That's for sure.
That worries me.
But listen, he'll play.
Yeah, I want to tomorrow, before we do the preview, we'll talk about it a bit more. I've only given it 15 minutes today, but we'll probably get more news by that point anyway on Twitter about it. So, look, let's what we'll do tomorrow is we'll do from the start. We'll have an open panel preview. So we'll do the preview show together, and we'll talk about this together first thing as well. I mean, we'll keep it as a closed panel. So Couch, Winter Surfer. I know Josh messaged me as well. Josh is going to come on tomorrow as well. If you want to join from the beginning tomorrow, then more than welcome to do so. We can talk about this more, delve into it more. Maybe look at some stats on him as well. Just, see what he's saying, and then go into the preview show later as well. So if he's available, come in.
Yeah,
it'll be around this time always. Yeah. It'll be from the outset.
Big up on the 4K, bro. Big up on the 4K, man. You're flying, man. You're flying.
Yeah, just over a year we've done 4K. It's
get him to 10 and he'll shave his hair on live.
Yeah, I'll shave my whole eyebrows off. They'll be gone. Get to move no eyebrows. That'd be funny with it. Listen, guys, thank you again for coming in. Big up everyone that helped us get to 4K and everyone that tuned in as well. Still over 115 of you here. Big support. Thank you very much for doing that. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do the preview like we said, but we're going to be talking more on Dembele, more in depth, maybe look at some stats as well, talk about the player's preferred position if he comes Chelsea, etc., etc. We'll do all that tomorrow properly with a panel. So it won't just be my ugly face that you'll be seeing big on your screen. It will be 4 ugly faces or 5. I'm joking. 1 ugly face and maybe 3 good-looking faces, whatever else. So 3 or 4.
Or we'll just be behind our cameras like this.
Yeah, behind the cameras. Exactly, yeah. But big up, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Peace out.
Peace.